What is up, guys? It's me, Titan, and today we'll be talking about Blaze Lifehammer clickbaiting at King's Isle and changing the paywall. This is a YouTube top. I'm doing a YouTube top on him because he clickbaited us. You know how the title says King's Isle changing the paywall, right? Well, Blaze Lifehammer, he's one of the most respected Wizard 101 YouTubers, right? He is. But he's doing no. One of the biggest no-nos on YouTube, clickbaiting, and I really cannot stand clickbait. Let's go through this video.
So there was a KI Live this week, and even though I didn't watch myself, I heard about...
I didn't watch it myself. Y'all see, he said it himself. I didn't watch it. So you already know he's not credible at all. You probably don't know crap about King's Out changing the paywall. He didn't even watch the source where it came from, apparently.
some of the things that they talked about, some of the different topics, some of the questions that people ask. And they answer some interesting questions, and sometimes they give kind of a vague answer, but it hints at what they might do in the future. And one of those things was the paywall. And I don't think they've ever really talked about this before, but the paywall exists in Old Town. You basically talk to Sergeant Muldoon as a free-to-play player, and he will tell you to go into Cyclops Lane and Firecat Alley, and you can't access those areas because, well, that's the paywall. You go up to this, and it'll...
We know this already. Explain paywall, how they change the paywall. We already know this already.
Say, please give us this many crowns to continue, or have a membership. So you have to, shovel out money in some way. So King's Isle, considering moving this paywall, is obviously a good idea because this paywall in this game is super early on. We are still in the first world, and the first world is by far the shortest world. You only get like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours or so of content until you hit that paywall. And I think Wiz should look at that and be like, okay, how many hours do we want to give the players that are just starting, especially a new...
Get to the point already, dude. What, 1 minute and 17 seconds in, you haven't explained how they're changing the paywall. Your title says, Wizard 101, King's Isle, changing the paywall. Your title says they're changing the paywall. So explain how they're changing the paywall. Where did you hear this from?
Player before they have to actually pay money. And if I was looking at it and I was like, okay, they get the commons free, I think they get...
We already know this, dude. Everybody that plays Wiz knows that the commons is free, Pavilion, Unicorn Way, Avenue. Everyone knows this already. So why are you explaining this? Why? We already know this. Get to the point. How are they changing the paywall? How?
Yeah, the Pet Pavilion is free. Unicorn Way is the first area. Shopping district.
We know
Old
this.
Town.
Get
and then
to
obviously
the point.
Triton. Where's Triton? Triton's down here. And Ravenwood. And Golden Tower. So those are kind of like the free areas. I don't remember if Nightside is, but I think Nightside is. But yeah,
every
that's
Wiz
basically
player
it. And
knows
then
the free areas.
you have these other,
they just do.
The first few actual streets that you can go on, and they're locked down. Cyclops is locked.
You already said this.
Conquering demons is what I do.
As the fight begins,
Firecat's locked.
Colossus.
Yeah, Colossus is locked. So, and those are the only areas in Wizard City. That's it. You complete those areas and you complete the world. The world takes only a few hours, not even.
Okay, so explain how they're changing the paywall.
It's funny that they're just now on their 13th birthday, by the way, considering moving the paywall. This is a topic that I've already made so many videos on.
This is topic. How? Where did you hear this from? Where did you hear this? You say they. Who is they? Is they King's Isle? Is they someone on the street? Is they your mom? Is they your dad? Who is they? You're saying they. Who is they?
And, I mean, come on. How many videos have I made where I ask King's Isle to make Wizard City at least free? There's one video where I talked about them making Wizard City free and then giving us Krokotopia, the Oasis area, unlocked for free so that you can see Krokotopia. That was an idea I had. At this point, though, if I compare Wiz to other games that have
Why are you giving your opinion first? You're saying, I think they should do this. I think they should do that. Tell us what we know. Tell us how they're changing the paywall. Because you're saying King's Owl, changing the paywall. That's what's in the title. So tell us what's in the title instead of your opinion. Your opinion is not in the title. You're not saying, I think they should. You're saying they are. That's what's in the title right here. That's what is in the title, dude. So, can you explain how they are changing the paywall?
the free-to-play model, then I would say Wiz should allow us to do the
Why are you
entire
giving
first
your
arc for
opinion?
free.
Explain what
Because
you're doing
you
first
need to
before
look
you
at
give
it in
your
terms of
opinion.
how much content does the game have in total? How many worlds are there? You know, we're going on, arc 4. And I feel like with 4 arcs, and the first arc is the shortest, by the way, they should give us that first arc for free just because there's so much content after that. I don't understand why they think players are not going to continue playing if they offer more of the game for free. If they offer more of the game for free...
Give us what they're changing the paywall. You said in the title, King's Out, changing the paywall? And people say, he put a question mark. Question mark don't matter. This little thing right here, that don't matter. That's just a scapegoat from him getting accused of clickbait. He knows what he's doing. He knows he clickbaited. That's why I put the question mark there. Question mark means jack. It don't mean nothing. It means jack at all. It don't mean anything. He's still clickbaited. Question mark should still throw you off, saying so he can say, I asked the question. No. He didn't say, is King's Out. He's saying King's Out changed the paywall. He's trying to make people think they are and clickbaited everybody. When you saw, put it in the comments or in the Premiere chat. Okay? What's the first thing do y'all hear? What's the first thing that comes to your head when you see a title, King's Out changing the paywall? Does it mean are they? Or does it mean that they are, you want to go see that they are? Because when I looked at the title, I thought, oh, they're changing the paywall, that's so great, it's confirmed. I looked in the video, he didn't explain that at all.
Then I feel like it gives, especially new players, at least more of an incentive and a chance to understand the game that will probably want
Why
them to
are you
continue.
giving your opinion?
Like, I don't play a
Give
game for
us
2
the
hours
facts
or less,
already,
maybe an
dude.
hour, and decide
We
if I'm
are
gonna
3
spend
minutes
money
and
on it or not.
44 seconds in
If
the
they
video.
had Through Dragonspire for free, which these are the earliest worlds in the
Yeah, he has
game,
not given
and
a
some of
facts.
them are honestly pretty boring. Like, I think Dragonspire is pretty boring, at least.
What does Dragonspire being boring have anything to do with the title? Nothing. Get to the facts. How are they changing the paywall, sir? How many times do I have to ask this?
The scenery and everything, and they look very similar. It makes sense for them to offer these worlds for free because they're the very beginning. And I don't know if they're ever going to actually polish the future worlds. Probably not, because it's going to take a long time. But I don't know. It just makes sense for them to offer those for free. So I don't think that when they say we're moving the paywall or thinking about moving the paywall, I don't think they mean the entire first
Where
arc.
did you hear this from? Did you hear it from the KI Live that you didn't watch? That's the thing. In the beginning of the video, he said he didn't watch the KI Live. So how do you know if what you heard is true? That could have meant something different. This is obviously clickbait, guys. If the guy's saying he hasn't even heard it from the source himself, then he's obviously lying. Blaze Lifehammer don't know if they're changing the paywall or not. The title is clickbait. He clickbaited us. That's why I'm doing a YouTube pop on him. Because he clickbaited us. We're 4 minutes and 19 seconds into the video. He has not explained once about the paywall changing.
They probably mean the end of Wizard City, but that is still a positive thing, because that is something that I've been asking for a long time. And if they give us, through, Nightshade for free, which they should, this makes sense, then that changes a lot. And it actually gives players a taste of what the story's like, of what combat's like, actual bosses and all of that. So I think they should do that. But yeah, it's just a start. I still want them to do more. I still think with how much content is in this game, they could offer the whole first arc for free. But that's something that
I think. What do you know? How are they changing the paywall? Before you say you think, tell us how they're changing the paywall. You haven't explained it once. You're saying, I think they might change it to Wizard City. Or only up to Wizard City. That's what you said. You haven't said, I know for a fact. The title didn't say, I think. The title's saying that they are. Kings are changing the paywall. That's another way of saying that they are. So get to the point already, sir.
I don't know if they would actually do.
None of stupid ads that nobody cares about.
Another thing I want to talk about in this video that they did mention in the KI Live is the free weekends. They mentioned
In the KI Live that you did watch.
This, saying that the last free weekend that they did, or free week, it wasn't really a weekend, I think it was a little bit longer than a weekend, but they had one in 2019, over 2 years ago at this point. And they said that the free weekend didn't perform as well as they had wanted, which is weird.
Look at this. 8/16. And also saying they did one 2019. And it says 8/16. That's not 8/31. They're just testing it. And if they're saying that the weekend didn't perform the way they wanted, then they're not going to change the paywall, dude. Look, the title says Kings Out changing the paywall. This is your source? Something from 3 weeks ago? And something from 2 years ago? That's your sources? Dude, if someone's using old sources, then they are wrong. Blaze Lifehammer clickbaited us. Because this does not mean they're changing the paywall. This title's clickbait. This is a clickbait title. Because this says nothing about, the source he's using says nothing about King's Out changing the paywall. They're just using a free weekend because they want to test it out.
Weird if you think about it, because if you offer, and this was when they offered free membership for everybody for those few days, and it was only like 4 or 5 days, but yeah, you got free membership. If you had membership, whatever, I guess it didn't really do anything, but if you didn't have membership, you could come in and play whatever. I personally think that the time that they gave was too short to actually get real data on, okay, are players coming back for this free promotion?
Get to the point. How are they going to change the paywall? Sorry, guys, I have to do it louder. How are they going to change the paywall? Like you said, they are in the title.
Or are they actually questing or what? But it was either a lack of KI kind of pushing this out to people, letting people know, or it just wasn't enough time for players to actually be able to do this. And if they were more consistent with these free weekends, then I guarantee you people would come back and actually try it if they knew it was going to happen. They could, let players know early, like, okay, this weekend is going to be a free weekend, or have it on a, continuous basis, like once a month. 1 weekend out of the entire month is free membership. They could do stuff like that. But yeah, I just feel like they didn't really give it a chance. If they say, oh, it didn't perform as well as we wanted to, I feel like they should give it more of a chance, because this was 2 years ago as well. So,
Wait.
yeah, the last one was in August of 2019.
Wait, so you're saying this is from 2 years? So you're using a source from 2 years ago? this was recent. But no, he just said that he used the sources from 2 years ago. Guys, he has no credibility. He has none. He's using something from 2 years ago. So what sparked you to make this video if your source is from 2 years ago?
Wizard City was free. Actually, no, not Wizard City. Was it just? It says, I'm looking at the tweet right now. It says limited time free Wizard City. So they actually didn't give out free membership. I thought it was free membership.
They gave out free membership for Christmas, but apparently this time was like 2 years ago was free Wizard City. But that doesn't mean they're changing the paywall if they did something 2 years ago. You clickbaited us. You have no sources, no recent sources. You're using something from 2 years ago. You have no credibility.
But it was Wizard City free only. Okay, so that changes things. So if it was just Wizard City free, then that makes me feel like they were considering making,
They were considering it 2 years ago, but they're not. So why is your title saying they are changing the paywall? You clickbaited us. You clickbaited us, dude. You're using something from 2 years ago saying, oh, they might change the paywall because of this 2 years ago. No! If they tested something 2 years ago, and 2 years later they haven't changed the paywall, then they're not gonna change the paywall, dude! Get that through your head!
City free permanently at some point, and then they decided, okay, let's test it and see what would happen with this. And then it turned out it didn't really work how they wanted to. But I think they should test a free membership for a weekend. And I'm talking just 3 days. You know how they have the free member benefits that exist, Friday through Sunday? They should do just free membership Friday through Sunday. See how that works. Because that could change things. That could actually get real data for them to look over and be like, okay, do people come back for this? They could announce it early, even though they don't do that for the member benefits, but they could do it for this and then actually promote it. So that is something that they could definitely try. KingsIsle's always been weird about offering things for free. They used to be better at it in the past where they would give out a bunch of free items. I feel like they used to do more contests and stuff like that in the past as well. But now
It's just 8 minutes in, and he hasn't explained once that he hasn't given us a good explanation of why he titled this King's Out Changing the Paywall. He hasn't given us one explanation of how they're changing the paywall because he just did it because he has nothing to talk about because his channel is dead.
now they've kind of locked things down. And if you look at the Crown Shop, you can definitely see this. We have just so many packs that are constantly put out, super packs, epic packs, mega packs, those already exist. Mega snack packs, where's those? Those have already existed in the game. But yeah, we have all these new packs. I don't even cover these packs because it's the same thing. Why would I want a higher chance to get a mount? I don't really cover that. These bundles are always constantly...
You don't cover that, but you cover clickbait. That's the thing. Instead of covering something, I understand it's something stupid, right? But clickbaiting is worse. You just hide from him. I'm not going to cover that, so I'm just going to clickbait instead. That's what you're doing. So instead of covering packs, you're just going to clickbait? That's worse. This video is worse. Because you're clickbaiting. You're misleading people to thinking that King's House changing the paywall. But they're not. You're using a source from 2 years ago, and you're just making what if, or I think they should do this, I think they should do that. Because you clickbaited, because your channel is dead. Because you have nothing else to talk about, so you clickbaited. Every video I ever made, I talked about what's in the title and thumbnail. You didn't do that. You are talking about stuff that you think, not that you know. You haven't talked about nothing that is fact. Because you clickbaited us. Because you hyped up the Wiz community just to give us clickbait.
Being pushed out here. There is a cool Morganth mount, and we were about to start Chrysalis in the new walkthrough, so that's kind of convenient. But yeah, just constantly new things pushed out here, and
He's
not too
talking
many
about new
free things
packs,
anymore.
but he's not even talking about how they're changing the paywall.
If they push out the paywall or do free membership weekends or something, then that's a good start.
But how do you know they are? Because your title says that they are. It's not like, are they? Or, I think they should. That should have been the title. I think they should. But no, you say King's out changing the paywall. The question mark doesn't. No one can use the question mark defense. Because that's just a way of him getting away with clickbait. This is clickbait. If he put is King's out changing the paywall, that would have been different. But he put King's out changing the paywall. That's going to make people think that they are. He clickbaited.
If I were, in charge of looking at the game and
Crap.
being like, okay, how much of it as a free-to-play game, in quotations, free-to-play, how much do we want to offer the player? I would say first arc free. But, I'm not in charge. So that's what I want to talk about this video, just the potential for the paywall to be pushed out. I would guess through Wizard City, because they've tested that, and even though they say it didn't work out, they should still do that. Maybe someday in the future we'll have Arc 1 free, because as they continue to make more content
This is the end of the video? You haven't explained that they are? What's the point of this video if you're talking about something 2 years old? You clickbaited us. I actually thought that was changing the paywall, but no. This was clickbait by Blaze Lifehammer. And I'm mad. I am mad.
We're
I'm
going to get
pissed.
Lemuria this year.
I'm very mad.
That is level 140 to 150. If you have up to level 150, offer the first 50 levels for free. So many games have done this. So many MMOs have done this that...
It's just I think stuff. It's not that I know. So King Sal's not changing the paywall. You clickbaited everybody to think that they are. But no, it's just you saying, I think they should. You literally clickbaited, misled us.
It's time. It's time for King's Out to kind of step up to the plate and match some of these other MMOs and offer more of the game for free. Now, they don't have to do that until Lemuria comes out, because then we get up to level 150 first, 1/3 of the game for free. But it's not even a third, because the first arc is shorter than the other ones. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a...
I did not enjoy this video. Okay, so Blaze Lifehammer talks about his opinion, saying, I think they should have paywall. But the title says King Sal is changing the paywall. And he said something that they said something in the KI Live about it. But he didn't show that they said anything about the KI Live. He used something 2 years old to prove that they might do it. This dude clickbaited us. He clickbaited everybody to thinking that King Sal is changing the paywall, but they're not. Such a shame. I was so excited, but then I watched the video, and I'm like, this is clickbait. I gotta do a YouTube cop on this. I'm glad I did a YouTube cop on this. I'm tired of all these YouTubers clickbaiting. Put something in the title and they're talking about something different. They're not talking about the topic. They're just talking about something different, like the opinion. They're not talking about what they put in the title. Blaze Lifehammer didn't say, I think King Sal should change the paywall. He said King Sal's changing the paywall. That's what's in the title. King Sal changing the paywall. That's what is in the title. He clickbaited us. I'm tired of these clickbaiters. I'm tired of YouTubers that I like. Put something in the title, they talk about other things. Or they just put something in the title, they talk about something that's not related to that. Your opinion is not related to them changing the paywall. Saying, I think they should change the paywall. It's not the same thing as King Sal changing the paywall. It's not the same thing. It's still clickbait. That's why I did a YouTube cup on this. Alright, guys. It's been me, your boy Triton. What do you think about this video? Do you think Blaze Lifehammer clickbaited? Do you think he did not clickbait? Let me know down below. If you guys are enjoying this YouTube Cup stuff or any of my content, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts. Did Blaze clickbait? Did he not? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe with the notifications on so y'all never miss an upload. It's been me, your boy, Lord Triton. I'm signing out. Peace.